So, can we build a circuit that works underwater? That's what we're going to try to find out today. In my last video, I made a fuzz circuit and I encased it in resin, and it worked perfectly. Check that video out. So obviously, if you can encase a circuit in resin, then you can certainly take that resin encased circuit and dunk it underwater. And that's what I want to try to do. This is my crazy experiment for this week. Now, you might be asking why. And the why has to do with a bigger picture for a future project. I'm going to be doing an outdoor guitar-related installation. This is going to be an instrument that lives outside, and so I need to weatherproof some of the circuitry, including the amp and including the electronics. What we're going to do is build a fuzz circuit. So as far as the circuit is concerned, this is an off-the-shelf fuzz circuit, and it's based off a one-knob fuzz. What we're going to do is replace that one knob with a resistor. That way we have no knobs, no buttons. There's only going to be 6 wires coming out of it, 2 for the input jack, 2 for the output jack, and 2 for power. And that's it. So let's take a look at some of my sketches because I have a couple of ideas in mind of what this is going to look like. So I recently started journaling, and I've been keeping a shop journal. And I go through these journals pretty quickly, but it allows me to sort of capture all my sketches and all my ideas, because I have quite a few just crazy things that I want to make sure that I can refer back to. And this all started with my idea for this underwater fuzz here. And so I first thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if we put the underwater circuit in a fishbowl? Because that would make a great thumbnail, it would make great visuals. But then I kind of felt sorry for the fish. So I thought, well, why don't we do like sea monkeys? But then I thought, well, they take forever to grow. I can't wait that long. So then, of course, I thought, well, let's just go ahead and do a plant. And this is where the idea kicked off. So I kind of started to pursue this idea. Would it work? What kind of like vase would I need? How big would the circuit need? So I had all these questions and ideas. But ultimately, I landed on a final design. If I can find it. There you go. And it'll look something like this. So essentially, we're going to have some like rocks on the bottom. We'll have this beautiful root system. We'll have our fuzz circuit that's illuminated with an LED. And then we can have trailing vines coming this way, and the trailing wires for the jacks coming out this way, and then maybe some decorative rope here. And we need to have sort of a wider opening at the top to allow for the resin circuit to go in there. All right, so this is what we're going to build. Let's go ahead and populate that circuit board as fast as we can. Let's encase it in resin as fast as we can. And let's get to this point. This is the fun part. Okay, so everything's wired up and I just have to essentially replace that 500K pot. What I've chosen to do is use a 100 ohm resistor, and I'm just gonna put it between pin 1 and 2, which should be the input and the wiper. And I'm just gonna solder that like that. I got these silicone molds on Amazon. There's 2 sizes. These are specifically for soap making, but they're going to do just perfectly for what we need. So these are pretty small. I believe this is, so this one's around 40 mil wide in diameter and 20 mil deep. This one's a little bigger. So this one is about 54 mil diameter, same 20 mil deep. And we're looking for something to fit our circuit in. And so this is a pretty snug fit. This is the perfect size. But the problem with this is that it touches the edges and it touches the bottom. And if we want it to float in there to make it look like it's floating, then this is not the right size. This will be ideal because we can actually put a layer down and then have it float on it. And then it's not touching the sides, so it kind of looks like it's three-dimensional. And although this one's actually the best fit, I think we're gonna go with this one. So let's go ahead and put a layer down of epoxy, let that harden, and then we'll put this on top of that layer and then fill it all up. Okay, moment of truth. This has been sitting in the mold for 24 hours and I'm about to pop it out. It looks really cool so far. It's because this is just a simple, cheap mold that I bought on Amazon, an $8 mold. I feel like I didn't get enough clarity on the sides. It's a little cloudy, but it's okay. This is awesome. So this is a fuzz pedal. The question is, will it work? So let's find out. So this company, Flat Suns, sent me this really tiny little desktop guitar amp. This is the FBA 10, and I'm going to test this out. So this might be a really great way for us to test electronic equipment like pedals and guitars and whatnot on the bench. All right, so it came with the USB-C charging cable, and then here is the amp. All right, so let's use this, connect the fuzz pedal to it, and just cross our fingers that the fuzz pedal works. I like to do this live on camera just so you can get my reaction if it's totally broken or if something went wrong. But I have everything wired up. I have the Flat Suns Bluetooth guitar amp here, and I have my guitar, the Mule, here, and we're gonna turn it on and cross our fingers and hope it works. So we've got power here. What we want to see. Oh, thank goodness. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. And it just looks lovely. Okay, but that doesn't mean anything, right? We got to see if it actually works. All right, turn on. I'll just turn on this first. All right, we're on here. What's going on? What's going on? Oh no. Oh, thank goodness it works. Okay, so my cable's bad, but the fuzz works. Killer, let's play. Got a scary moment there. It's just the cable that's messed up on the guitar. All right, so success. The circuit works. The circuit works in resin. All right, so I have the gain on this amp all the way down, and I'm gonna put the volume around, I don't know, 1 o'clock. I'm gonna move the gain up. Jesus, it's loud. This is the loudest little amp I've ever heard, and it is 1,000 times louder than my Fender branded little amp. This is so flippin' loud. I don't know how they did that. So I think they said 5 or 10 watts. 10 watts, so it's a 10. So this is gonna be my new bench testing amp, and I'll probably retire this one. Yeah, it runs off 9 volt, forget that. I swear this is the loudest little bench amp I've ever heard. Well, this is very lovely. It's just a standard houseplant and a vine, a couple of other interesting plants. And I always thought, wouldn't it be cool if you could mix those interesting roots with wires? So it's just wires and roots all intertwined. I have the finished resin fuzz circuit here. Putting it in is just a matter of dropping it in, and then you can just plug in your 9 volts here. It lights up, quite beautiful. And it's cool what you can do with resin encased circuits because they are waterproof. But you can actually make a fuzz fish bowl with fish in it, or like a fuzz sea monkeys aquarium with sea monkeys in there. Or you can do like a fuzz hot tub where you have all your bros in a hot tub with fuzz petals in the water. I'm just kind of spitballing here. It's thought about coffee too. Like, what about a fuzz percolator coffee? I don't know. Spitballing. It's waterproof, so you can put it in all sorts of liquids. I mean, come on, the ideas are endless for these art pieces. And it's also sort of all tongue-in-cheek because, come on, all these fuzz circuits are the same. All these components are the same. And it's just fancy graphics, and fancy enclosures, and pretty knobs that really attract people, but it's all the same stuff on the inside. It's really how you play and how you EQ it in post. I mean, it's all the same stuff, man. So just have some fun, right? So maybe the next iteration, I'll throw more wires in there to really kind of mix with the roots. And then I have like these leaves and wires intertwined. That'd be so cool. Yeah, this was kind of a crazy, dumb idea. I get it, but I'm always sort of leaning towards the next project. And in the future, I am going to be doing some outdoor guitar-related installations. And so I need to make some waterproof amps, waterproof electronics. And so this is sort of the first baby step into figuring out how I can waterproof guitar electronics so I can have sort of a long-term sustaining outdoor guitar art installation. And these were kind of the first steps. I did the resin cube in one of my other last videos, and this is the underwater circuit. So clearly it works. It works. And it just opens the doors to a lot of really interesting ideas, fun ideas, right? You don't come to this channel to watch me do serious things, right? It's like, this is silly, I get it. But it's also really cool to me. And this is the kind of stuff I'm interested in. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.